I hope you're feeling virtually not alone. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I don't know if anybody's even listening right now. Like these voices in the background makes them feel virtually not alone. General Griswold Gaius came with the first blood regression protocol and a member of the fraternal regiment embodying narcissistic sociopathy. On behalf of the Sacred Order of Foolish Transparency, as with the film, we have some all-stars in the hive mind today. Hive mind today. Hive mind today. Hive mind today. Hive mind today.
Wow, we do have some all-stars in the hive mind today. Stumps and Kale and Clint and Franco and Cassandra Slack
Predators are one thing, but predators.
Thank you, Autoplay. The keys to growth, emotional resistance, and finding purpose, all in 2 hours on the Chris Williamson Show. But we're not doing that. We're doing this thing we do over here. It's called the Virtually Not Alone Experience or something. I don't know. Bongers! Good to see you. Good to see you, too. And the Creditors. We have some hot Hyun Chu related moment we'll be going into today, and maybe even as a result of a really kind of heavy letter, an open letter, which is an odd policy, but we'll see. And then there's this card that's got words on it. The guy this morning wrote for me that I don't know. We'll see if we can get the card for the show for the Blue Church folks. That one, 9 of diamonds. Turns out that 5 of hearts means disappointment if you map it to the tarot, right? Yes, you're an all-star to us, Chad. You're an all-star to us. I woke up late today, and otherwise, like I wouldn't have streamed at all. Energy level day of streaming, but it's what I do. I make a space, and maybe coming into this space will change the energy levels. But if not, the show might just be kind of today. But since the upcoming part involves Hyun Chu, I almost pulled a casino card for the show, but I pulled one from this deck instead, and that's the Queen of Clubs. Is that card for the show? And now we'll get to the savings throws. As you know, on the show, we do a thing called savings throws, and this is how that goes. You're swimming in a sea of mind control. We give you a savings throw against it. You choose a die based on either your will to survive, your social networks, the wisdom you've acquired, or the power of your heart. Survival, social, wisdom, or heart. You choose. If it's over 10, you take half damage. Under 10, you take full damage from the mind control that follows the rest of the show and the rest of the day. But, you get a choice. At least you get a save. Survival, social, wisdom, or heart. Cheers. What? All right, there's a little voice in my head that said, just keep doing this and rolling it until the first super chat comes. No. Survivalists with a 14. Socialists, that's a 6. Lovers of wisdom, you made it with your 10. 10. Heart, folks, you're going to need your bonuses. You get 2 for talking in the hive minds. That's 8. 8. So if you've said heart, you've made it because the bonus. Indigo Kids, just the Trinity for you. Trinity for the Indigo Kids. Oh, sounds lovely. You know what else sounds lovely? This. All right, first I'd like to thank everybody who went on the Discord that went through the trouble of like 7 indigo emojiing the yesterday's stream. It felt like it was a $7 stream for me, and that was really nice. Also, we've implemented a new system in class where you can earn a star with your comment like David Walker has. And these are comments I value as much as a super chat. And so they end up in the starred category. It's a question for us all. How can education be divorced from religion? And when do they get married? And irreverent knowledge is not knowledge. Well, sir, those of us with an irreverence hindrance would like to give you a giant waffanopoly. What?
Is everything all right in here?
Yes, Danny.
Yes, Danny, it kind of is. We're kind of doing okay today. Now, the guy this morning on the card wrote, here, let's do it fancy. Fancy? Yes. Here's a ticker. Here's a ticker. That's not what, just don't hide that. Do that. Look, there's a ticker, guys. The ticker says that this is Larvgate Year 4, the Fallen version. The emotional ocean of capital M man is what got written on this card for today's stream. What does that mean to you? Because I don't know what I have to get back in the right mindset to figure out what that guy meant. Meanwhile, here's a story.
He was increasingly being hobbled by dementia and would leave his socks on the floor, and it drove her crazy. And my grandmother did not have a lot of patience, and my grandfather had a world of patience. I remember driving back from Grand Rapids to New Jersey in the car with them. This would be the last time they would take that trip by car because of their age. And I sat in the front with my grandfather, and my sister sat in the back with my grandmother, which drove my sister crazy. It's my sister who's passed away. Because my grandmother was just talk. And then she'd admonish my grandfather, oh, maybe Paul wants to have a nap right now, because of course we were the men, so we had to drive, and I mean, all this kind of stuff. And she would sit in the back seat and say, oh, hi, I'm a little warm. He'd reach over, turn up the air conditioning just a notch. 5 minutes later, oh, hi, now I'm a little cold. He'd reach over and adjust it just a notch. This went on for hundreds of miles, and I watched him and I thought, good grief, man. How can you do this? I'm at that point a college student, and my sister is a college student. And I'm just thinking, where do you have the patience to deal with this? I'm a little warm, I'm a little cold, I'm a little warm, put on a sweater, woman. I loved both of them dearly, and
Don't worry, Mom. I know all about cannibalism. I saw it on TV.
See? It's okay. We saw it on the television.
All right. So the emotional motion of man, what do you got for me, Hive Mind? Does that mean anything to you? Does emotional ocean of man? Oh, what if it's angry? Is it a stormy thing? Is it a calm thing? Are the waves very big? Maybe we'll ponder it over. Our next clue for what this stream is about is the phrase state-based consciousness. And since since I saw Kale out there, I wanted to run this ticker too. Here's clue number 2, state-based consciousness.
Now what'll that asshole think of next? Is anybody got a dime? I don't know.
There's nothing wrong with your deduction. Your brain works fine. The problem is that you're not submitted to the truth outside of the truth that you want to be true. You're an ideologue.
Right.
You don't care if the baptism of John was from God.
Right.
You're not submitted to the truth.
Right.
You're too concerned with your own position and power and authority.
Right.
Your monarchical vision.
All right. We have our first contribution towards what the heck is this stream about from Clint D with Ocean. Tides, waves, depths, currents, reefs, school lagoons. Meanwhile, Chad and Kale are wigging out over how great that promo clip or the branding Chad made was. And
oh shoot, where was I going with this? Attention.
All right, we have clues so far. The clues so far have been emotional ocean of Maine, state-based consciousness, and our next clue is the noosphere.net. There was no dot there. Why did you say that? It was maybe extra clue. Okay, noosphere.net is the next phrase. And now with this, we will slide into the teased and aforementioned there drama from Hyunsu and Pastor Paul Vanderklay. You see, submitted to me in the town square of the Discord this Monday, October 9th, 2023, on the stream with no thumbnail words. Check it out. It's like for those of you just listening, the thumbnail today was prompted AI slaves with the phrase "a somber zombie" holding his phone, and also motherly love, a scattering of 3 different images of motherly love that were generated by the AI slaves, in contrast with the somber zombie holding his phone. So there, that's the thumbnail part of the stream. But otherwise, in the noosphere.net, in the town hall today, I was presented with this. The axial age pervert, also known as Hyonshu, said on September 3rd, to give credit where it's due, Jordan B. Peterson is the most effective theologian of our time. To which Paul Vanderklay, our good friend there, you guys know him, right? You've heard of that guy? Because just the exposure from me.
You're crushing me, people. You're crushing me. I'm big, but I'm not that big.
He says, theologian? I think more Bible popularizer and commentator. A theologian is technically a bit different. And now, a month later, we get this from Pastor Paul Vanderklay.
Anything about, and then eventually mentions Jordan Peterson. And I was really happy with that mention because I think in many ways, even though Jordan Peterson really isn't a Reinhold Niebuhr, he's by no means that sort of role, but the times are enormously different too. And with the Exodus seminar, I actually don't think, even whether you agree or disagree with Jordan Peterson, and he says some positive and negative things about Jordan in the article, I think in many ways, the Exodus seminar is one of the more remarkable pieces of public theology going on in the culture.
Slime! What? It's a river of slime!
All right. I'm seeing ears and speakers in the. Was I muted? Did you miss anything? Did you miss how that Hyonshu, our good friend, I got my mind set. Hyonshu has colonized Pastor Peterson and made him think the dude's a theologian, as revealed in the video released today. On That's the Grandma Story. Oh, I didn't show that in the video released today.
Jordan has pretty much single-handedly brought far more people to consider the Bible, ponder the Bible, bring greater appreciation for the role of the Bible in the culture than, some might argue that. Was Tim Keller a public theologian? Yeah. He would make the New York Times, he would make the Atlantic, but even for, now we're going to get into the whole winsome thing.
Senor Sabolabad says, so we have to let Jackie lift us higher and higher over the emotional ocean of man. I'll count that as the second contribution towards what the heck is today's stream. And remember, everybody, so far the clues are the emotional motion of man, state-based consciousness, noosphere.net, and the next one, Human Schumann. Human Schumann is the next clue for what's on today's stream, and some old-fashioned branding is called for right now. Remember it.
The list?
Yes, any of the first level ones.
I'm gonna get a soda. Anyone want one? Hey, Graham, I'm not in the room, right? What room? I want to cast Magic Missile. The room where he's casting all these spells from. He hasn't cast anything yet. I am, though, if you'd listen. I'm casting Magic Missile.
Why are you casting Magic Missile? There's nothing to attack here.
I'm attacking the darkness.
All right. So we have there 4 clues, and we do have one final clue according to the card, and that is broadcast router. And so somehow all of these are combined, and I don't know what the combination is. Please take a guess in the hive mind and or the comments on the replay, because it's like when the people watch the replay, the comment section of the replay is kind of like the hive mind of the replay watchers. I'm not sure how the dynamics exactly work, but that's what it seems. Anyway, the clues are emotional motion of man, an emotional ocean of man, state-based consciousness, newsphere.net, human, and broadcast router. So take your guess and whatnot while I stall some more. Remember, there is no agency. We want what's best.
So let's see. I'm gonna go and flying blind here. I don't have any script, so I have ideas, but no script.
And can I just, from you, Alex, just understand, is this a major reason why you don't believe in God? I.e., the problem of evil is for you a major objection to God?
Yeah, call it not an active cause of my atheism, but a sustaining cause. It wasn't the reason why I left the faith originally, but it's one of the reasons that prevents me from re-entertaining the idea. I mean, as we've discussed, there are plenty of seemingly plausible arguments to say that there's a necessary being at the bottom of contingent chains in the universe, that there's a being who sustains things, there's an arbitrary first cause or something like this. But to say that this first cause is a loving God who will preside over the kind of suffering that we've seen, not just in the human context of something like the coronavirus, but also the hundreds of billions and trillions, if you include sea life, animals who are going through suffering that we wouldn't even be capable of imagining.
I speak for the krill. I speak for the krill. Can I eat ice cream all the time? That's not fair. Fair, but I speak for the krill. Chris. Cow. Chris. Dude. Chris. Cow.
Is this a major reason why you don't believe in?
I speak for the krill.
Oh, this was probably scary.
Would your father have been this?
It's really funny. It's a common thing, actually. You go to a lot of practitioners, and they'll say, "This isn't funny."
That's where the copyright strike is going to come from that beat right there. Fleabas, good to see you. Today is Thanksgiving. It's October 9th in my timeline, bro, but all right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now after this is the stream with the weird zombie thing, and Monday is the great name for this stream. With special thanks to the Shadow Cabal for making this and all of this virtually not aloneness happening, feeling that we do in this bubble of togetherness as we ride along in this present moment or in the replay of the timeline, alive, experiencing what we are together as one in virtual telepathy. sort of way. Welcome. This, in case you didn't know, is the graphical imagery representation for your subconscious dream state mind of the Broken Clock Tower Discord. That's the one on the right. The building on the right is the Discord. The tavern in the front there, that's when we do the fringe encounters at. And that dark thing over there on the left is the Lobster Monkey Lighthouse, where we make the clip collages and such. Oh, and this is the dream catcher of optimal grip. There's a lot of little of cult objects and imagery that we all share and don't really understand. Have you met Beholder? Is there anything to gain from me playing with this knob here on the back that is the gain? Do you like it better like this? Better like this? Better like this? Better like this? But I don't know microphones. I'm sorry for this section of the stream.
No fur here. Sharks don't have fur.
All right. Fine. We'll get on with it. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We've had with us clues left to us on this card from me earlier today about what this stream was supposed to be about. And they were as follows: the emotional ocean of man, state-based consciousness, noosphere net, human Schumann, and broadcast router. And we've had in the Hive Mind comment section, oh, look, a super sticker. That's all I see in StreamYards, but I bet you that's fancy out there for you. We have this one. This just guess from Chad. Mind control and war broadcasting. Let's see if we've had any other ones in the interim. We Certified Hood Classic. No, Columbus Day or Indigenous Persons Day. Oh. I wish I had known that 6 hours ago. It would have completely. Okay, there's definitely. But which one was that? I guess it should have been like this or like that. Sabala says, virtually not alone in the face of emotional-based state human consciousness within the net new spheres. Oh, that's up there. You get a star for that one. This is not this. Oh. Isn't it insulting to try and turn the Event Horizon celebration that led to the Native Americans' collapse into their special day? Maybe insulting is part of it. Okay, but now what I've pieced together from the clues we've been shared. The Global Consciousness Project, according to Wikipedia, is a parapsychology experiment begun in 1998. And now people that want to read along could. Okay. Hi, I'm Grim Grizz. This is what it's like to stream and be virtually not alone over here right now, but that may change and improve over time.
Now what'll that asshole think of next? Is anybody got a dime? I don't know.
So I think this clue leads toward the noosphere.net, where it's apparently also called the Egg Project. It's a parapsychology experiment begun in 1998 as an attempt to detect possible interactions of global consciousness within physical systems. The project monitors a geographically distributed network of hardware random number generators in a bid to identify anomalous inputs that correlate with widespread emotional responses. What? Emotional responses? In the emotional ocean of man. Look, we're getting there, guys. Or periods of focused attention by large numbers of people. The GISH is privately funded through the Institute of Noetic Sciences. Former astronaut Edgar Mitchell is apparently involved, along with investor Paul N. Temple. there you go for the due dilettante, something to research. But let's see. What's on? It's Princeton.edu. Now, I haven't looked to see if there was any results, but given the events in the news of tragedy and horrors and wars and rumors of wars and that sort of thing, I wanted to compare. I wanted to check in with the Global Consciousness Project and see if they A, were still up and running, and B, whether or not these things were registered. And I think that desire to do so is what manifested in the clues we have today. The human is, I don't know, man. There's a way I feel when I'm outside, and I feel this broadcast and these routers and the frequencies that we live in inside these rooms. I think being out in the open resonance of the sphere itself without these interferences is a sensate difference. I mean, a perceivable variant in some perhaps undelineated sense. Sense. It's a sense. Anyway, okay, so what do you think? Was that what the stream was supposed to be about based on those clues? What does that state-based consciousness part have to do with it? What service does Twitter do to the emotional ocean of man? And what state does interacting with X put you in? And if it puts everybody in that emotional state, what does that do? And choose denim. We all know that there is no agency any living gent can see. Doing what is right for me is lifting up my bro so he can grow some eyes to see that doing what is right for me increases all our agency. No, you left the banner. How dare you? Look, it's the thumbnail for this stream. Okay. Currently available are still the OG memberships to the live stream experience in the link at the top of the Hive Mind. Eventually, I've been waiting for YouTube to bribe me, like they did Pastor Paul, to turn on my memberships. I might turn them on and just go ahead and not wait for the bribe, because it might be a 20,000 subs kind of bribe, and it could be a very long wait. But right now, you still have the opportunity to be a member of the OG Shadow Cabal. Ever since the collapse of Patreon, which I decided to no longer do business with, because they spend your funds to monitor your off-platform behavior. And that's dirty and wrong, and I don't like it. Welcome. I hope you're feeling virtually not alone. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Noetics is kind of interesting, says Stumps in the Hive Mind. I'm surprised the Raveki Schmachtenberger Hall doesn't talk about it more. Well, I don't know. I haven't checked in on that wing. I am obviously Abraham Lincoln reincarnated. You know, I've heard the Genghis Khan one, so the Abraham Lincoln one is not as what you call it. Imam.
I believe that if everyone sees what just a few people become when they wholly embrace their gifts, others will awaken.
I didn't. What? Okay, here. What happened was, since we did that bit about Hyun Chu's tweet earlier, and since Kale made an appearance, and I want to pretend he's still watching. Another thing that Hyun dropped in the Discord was this interesting little tidbit here called an open letter to Pope Francis. And apparently a San Francisco priest is publishing letters on the frilloblog.com and that's where you send open letters to the Pope. But this I don't know, this one part. This part was pretty intense. I don't know. There's some serious stuff going on out there, folks. I don't like to look at it, but thanks. I'll drop here's the link to that if anybody wants it. I decided I'll mention it, but not go into it. How's that? There it is. And you got too many.
Do you have anything you want to say in conclusion?
Yeah, I like this.
There's nothing wrong with your deduction. Your brain works fine. The problem is that you're not submitted to the truth outside of the truth that you want to be true. You're an ideologue.
Right.
You don't care if the baptism of John was from God.
Right.
You're not submitted to the truth.
Right.
You're too concerned with your own position and power and authority.
Right.
Your monarchical vision.
The casino card for the show is the deuce of clubs. And I'm taking the train out of here. See you tomorrow, guys, unless they